Hello everyone, it's Stamp Ventures with Shauna, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada. Welcome to my Tuesday tutorial. It's, 9:03 on Tuesday, April 20th. That's if you're catching it live. If you're catching it after that, then it's recording. And I'm just hopping onto my iPad here so that if anybody's able to join me tonight, I can say hello to you and answer any questions you may have. Oh, hi guys. I see a few out there. Hello to Pam and Lori and Sue and Linda and Sheila. Oh, and thanks so much for sharing, Pam. I really appreciate that. What have I got for you tonight? I'm going to be making a card. I'll be using this stamp set called Dressed to Impressed, and mine's going to be a Mother's Day card, but it could be a card for another occasion too. Happy to report that this stamp set will be carrying over into our new annual catalog. Oops, spilled something on the catalog there. Now this catalog has plastic wrap on it because I received this in my mailbox. When I selected all the people that were getting sent catalogs far away from me, I also selected myself. So I knew that when mine came in the mail, that other people who I mailed to should be getting theirs around the same time. So if you're one of my long distance customers, I sure hope that you have received your mailed catalog, and if you haven't, it should be coming very soon. Hi Debbie, oh it's great to see you on here tonight, and hello to Darlene. Hi Linda. So yeah, keep an eye out for these. If you don't have a demonstrator and you would love to get your hands on one of these catalogs and you live here in Canada, give me a shout, message me, and I can probably hook you up with one. Last week I was telling you about a special that I have for the month of April because it's my birthday month, and I had saved up a whole bunch of these Approaching Perfection Celebration stamp sets, and I think I still have about 4 or 5 stamp sets left. So just a reminder, with an order of $60 or more before taxes and shipping, that will qualify through me, that is, it's only through me, that will qualify for you to receive this stamp set for free and a card package with supplies to make 4 birthday cards with the Approaching Perfection stamp set. And if you already have the Approaching Perfection stamp set, I will find another little gift to give to you instead of this, but you'll still get the card making material so that you can make the cards with the stamp set that you already have. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for announcements. Hello to my friend Emmy. Hi Emmy. I haven't made that coffee Starbucks card yet. It's been a really busy week, so I might not get to it, like maybe till sometime next week. Such fun birthday sentiments. Sue, I really agree with you on the Approaching Perfection. I mentioned, I think it was the last time, that the one about if things really do get better with age, then you're approaching perfection. I put that on my sister's birthday card. Her birthday was last week, just the day after mine. I think, yeah, the one about being late too is pretty good. The bad news is I forgot your birthday. The good news is I forgot your age. Yeah, there's some good sayings on that one. Okay, thanks Emmy. I appreciate your patience with the coffee card. I often give a weather update, and today's weather, well, I am calling it as multiple personalities. I went for a walk today, and when I was walking south and into the sun, this warmth in the sun was so beautiful, and it pretty much felt like summer. And then I turned around and I walked north, and I walked right into the wind that was coming from the North Pole, and it felt like winter. So yeah, the weather today has a little bit of, multiple personalities. So summer and winter both in kind of in one day. All right, we'll get started with the card. It shouldn't take, it's stepped up a little bit, but I've done a lot of pre-organization and for it and pre-stamping a little, so it's going to go quickly. And I think you're going to enjoy some of the tips that you'll get from me today. So I'll get everything turned around here, turn the iPad, and now I'm going to be moving the camera down. I got a tip the other day. Somebody said that, okay, when you turn your camera, you should cover your finger over the lens so that you don't make people sick. I usually just say, avert your eyes, turn away. But let's see if I can even find, oh, there, yeah, there we go. Okay, now the camera's going down and I'm not going to be making anybody seasick. Look at that. Isn't that funny how red my finger looks, though? I guess that's mean I have lots of good blood in my finger. Okay, there we go. Woo! I feel like I'm tipping. Okay, let's adjust a little bit this way. Yeah, more of my fingers. There. That's pretty close. Yeah. I think that's pretty much got it for now. Lots of you know that I love to read, and next week I won't be having a video on Tuesday because I will be having my book club meeting. Book club has been through Zoom this year, but we still chat and read a different book each month. That reminds me, I've got to finish this month's book. I've got a ways to go. And I love this saying about reading won't solve your problems, but yeah, and again, housework won't either. And I think you could scratch out reading and you could put stamping won't solve your problems, but then again, neither will housework. So there we go. Permission granted to stamp or read or do all those enjoyable things. Okay. Let's see. This is not the card that we're going to make. Hang on, just going to plug in my earbuds. This is, yeah, as I said, this will not be the card that I make, but it is a really cool card using the Dressed to Impress stamp set. My friend from Brampton, Elizabeth Green, made this card, and she stepped hers up in several ways. She used a really cool embossing folder, one that only came out, I think, last year in Celebration. It was only available for a short time. And she used some of the paper that coordinated with the Dress to Impress from last year. And then when she made the perfume bottle, she stamped with, probably with white ink on silver foil. And then she sprinkled it like with sparkly embossing powder. Maybe it was the we had for a little while, we had white sparkly embossing powder. Maybe that's what it was. And she heated it. So that's how it gets the sparkly white parts. And then she colored with an alcohol marker to make the color of the perfume in the bottle. And yeah, let me tell you, that is a very cool way to step up the perfume in her Mother's Day card. Well, today I'm going to show you a different way to step up the perfume using a faux glass technique. So, yeah, pretty nice. And I have two other things I thought I'd show you really quickly here. These are little purses, shopping bags. They can also be backpacks, and they're in the set of dies that coordinate with the Dressed to Impress stamp set. So the all dressed up dies. So not only is there it's hard to see, but there's a die that cuts out this shoe, and there's a die that cuts out the flowers, and also one to cut out the lipstick and the perfume. But then there's this big one that's kind of funny shaped with stitching on it, and this one cuts and then allows you to glue together and create these cute little tote bags or shopping bags. And even it has like little buckles, which I had cut out of the gold here, and little buttons and a little pocket shape. So it's a fun set, and I'm glad that both of these are going to be carrying forward into the 2021-2022 annual catalog. All right, so today's card, the pieces that I'm using are what I had suggested as pieces for Mystery Card Monday this week. And instead of showing you just in a picture of the card that I created, I thought, okay, I'm going to put it together for you here and put a little pressure on myself because who knows how it's going to turn out exactly, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. And I did base this card on an idea in our current annual catalog, and when I'm done this card, I'll show you the card that I got the idea from, and you can see how different they look. So regular card base, and this is in Highland Heather. And then here is a piece of 4 1/4 by, this is hard to see with the black behind it. I think it's 5. There, put some, 4 3/4, 4 1/4 by 4 3/4 piece of the Hydrangea Hill designer paper. And then I also suggested for everybody this week for Mystery Card Monday to try using some vellum. And it's been a while since I've used vellum, and sometimes I forget about it. And this is a square piece, 3.5 inches by 3.5. Okay, so I'm gonna throw these together. Oh, so sorry, beautiful flowers, that I have to say goodbye to you on that side. But I think this side is going to work a little better. It's because it's filled in a little bit more with color. I think I kind of need that because I'm going to be layering the vellum over top, and there'll be a little bit more contrast. There. Okay, and the vellum is going to go in the center. Ooh, I think I got some ink on that. Way to go, Idaho. Okay, well, ignore that. Already starting out with ink all over. But I'm going to pop the vellum up. So if I lay it flat, there isn't as much contrast between the plain DSP and the vellum covered DSP. It's softer a little bit, but if I pop it up with dimensionals, there's just a little bit more contrast there, and it creates a little bit of a fuzzier area. So with the stamp set, I have taken and I've cut a big stitched circle from the Stitched Shapes dies. You've probably heard that a lot of the demonstrators are really sad that the Stitched Shapes dies have been announced that they're discontinued. And lots of people have been writing to Stampin' Up! And saying, please, please bring them back because we use them so much. And they're basic shapes, and the stitched edges just add a little, nice finishing touch to them. And so we're all crossing our fingers. I don't think we've heard officially yet that they are going to continue on with the stitched shapes, but we love them so much and we use them so much. And so what I did was I took and I stamped the perfume. I'm not sure how my accent for French is not good at that, but I stamped it in the center of the stitched circle. And when I stamped, I would have used my Memento black ink, and I would have put a foam mat underneath so that I could have a little bit more push with this photopolymer stamp, and it gave me such a great image. So I'm going to start by coloring this, and I have here, let's see, this is light Daffodil Delight marker, and oftentimes when you're looking at perfume, in the beauty section or whatever of this group, or maybe the department store, a lot of the the perfumes have sort of a yellow, more maybe a golden sort of amber look to them. So that's why I grabbed the yellow, because it's kind of a traditional perfume color. And I noticed when Elizabeth made hers, she took, and even though she had stamped her perfume bottle on the silver foil, she used yellow for the liquid inside of her bottle too. And they say that yellow and purple are across each other from on the color wheel. So I think I'm going to get lots of pop, lots of excitement happening with these two colors, and I guess the perfume bottle will really become a focal point, because I think this is the only place on the whole card that I'm going to use this color. So yeah, it'll really, really pop in contrast with the background purples. And if I wanted to take more time, I could go in and maybe shade certain areas a little more. I'm not using a second color, a darker color of the blend. I'm just going over some areas with this one shade of it. You can kind of create some extra depth in the color just even with one blend. Okay, now I'm grabbing my Wink of Stella. Stella, how I love thee. And I'm going to, ooh, wow. Just thought I would put a little bit of sparkle onto the liquid area of the perfume bottle. I'm assuming that the little square in the middle where it says perfume, that's like the label on the bottle. And I think I might keep the label white, but I'm going to give myself the option of maybe coloring it a light purple too. So we'll see as I go how I feel about that. Glenda, you say you like the colors? Oh, great. And hi to Elaine and a few others who have joined on. And yeah, the DSP Jackie, the Hydrangea Hill is so pretty. So the Hydrangea Hill paper and the Ice Cream Corner paper were the two that were in this month's product shares. So I thought, okay, that's what I need to use for my videos so that people, when they get their shares of the paper, that it'll give them some ideas of, okay, what can I do with this? What can I come up? Okay. Oh, that really sparkles nicely in my light here. I don't know if it's apparent to your light. I'm going to keep the top of the perfume bottle not colored because I think it's kind of looks like it should be like a glass stopper at the top. Okay. Now I've punched out, I've stamped and die cut this little set of two flowers as an accent. And I really should have come along, grab one of my Stamparatus size little grid sheets. I should have this underneath because my Stampin' Blends probably will go through. I should have maybe had that behind my yellow too. And I've got the Highland Heather blends in the dark and the light. And these flowers are pretty little. So I'm just going to touch just a little bit with the dark. And trying to stay away and try not to get too close to the edge, staying away from the edge because I find that the white really accepts this ink and it soaks and it can sometimes bleed. So sometimes it's better to color close to the edge but not right touching the edge, especially when you're using the thicker end of the blend. Sometimes it'll just bleed right up to the edge if you color close to it. And if you color right on top of the edge, it might bleed over. Mind you, if that happens, you can just get out your color lifter and help to lift off some of that extra color. So I'm just trying to move some of the darker color and blend it with the lighter one here. Oh my goodness, this is really tiny. You know, I was going to try something. I don't know if this is going to work. I was just going to see if my camera would let me zoom in on what I'm doing, but it's not. I guess that's maybe not an option when you go live on Facebook. It doesn't let you to zoom in. Either that or else because my camera stand is in the way. So sorry, this is really tiny. I'm just about done though. You know, I probably could use a little bit of the yellow in the very center of the flowers, just for those little parts in the middle. I thought I wasn't going to use the yellow anymore, but I'll go back to it just for a shake here. Get the narrow tip. It's really going to be hard to even tell that there's yellow in the center of that flower, but this one there's just a bit. And I did want some green on the leaves, but I didn't want the green to be bright and to be the focal point. Like I want the perfume bottle and, you know, just a nice accent, but not to be too showy of a green. So I grabbed, this is my dark soft seafoam ink blends. It's a really light green, even though it's the dark of the soft seafoam. They're both very, very light. Okay, so there's just a little bit more of a close-up of what I did, which there's really not much to see. There's a little bit of darks and lights happening with the mark, as you can see. All right, so I'm going to have my perfume, which is, in fact, I could even glue that down onto the piece of vellum. Oh, you got to go to bed, Pam. Yeah, it's getting late where you are. Yeah, all right. Oh, thanks for stopping in, and have a great week down in Carolina. Okay, so just gluing this directly onto the vellum like that. Now, next, keep moving it on and then off and then on and then off. So I have some words that I already stamped. Happy Mother's Day right here. And they're just on a little piece that's 1/2 inch wide and 2 1/4 inches long. But if you're making a card similar to this, depending on how big your sentiment is, it could be a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, your piece for your greeting. And I'm going to, I think I'm just trying to decide. Yeah, I'm going to glue that flat. And I'm just going to cover over the corner of the perfume bottle. Oh, I think I want it to go in a little bit. I better check it and put it right on top here like this, just to see where I'm at. Yeah, because I don't want the greeting to hang over the fold of the side of the card there. So something like that. Oh, just realized too, with the vellum on top of the designer paper, it's hard to see where I got that smudge of black ink. So that's a good thing too. Might as well glue this down and get it right into spot. Got some black on the back of this paper too. It's a good thing that paper has 2 sides. Okay. Oh, my fingers aren't working tonight here. Let's see if I can get this kind of sort of straight. So this is going to go something like, oh, wait, I don't want to glue that on yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. There's an important part that I was going to tell you about. Okay, so here's the die that cuts out the perfume. I did not cut out my perfume bottle from the white cardstock, but I did cut out a perfume bottle from a window sheet. Now, this window sheet has a backing on it. And this backing is our adhesive sheets. So some of you may have seen this before, but this is the cool part. This is the faux glass part. So basically, yeah, you just you stick a piece of the adhesive sheet onto a piece of the window sheet, and then you run it through a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I was worried that maybe the die wouldn't cut all the way through, but it did. And as it goes through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, it makes the most wonderful crackling sound. It's just like that probably sound awful, but it was so much fun. It was just like a really good crackle as it cut through the window sheet. But not just a plain window sheet. This is a window sheet that has the adhesive sheet backing on it. So now my plan is to peel this off. And this could be the tricky part, but now there should be adhesive. Can I do this without scratching that? Oh, there we go. Got it started. There should be a nice even layer of adhesive on the window sheet. Kind of looks a little streaky, I guess. It's clear but streaky. Hopefully when it goes onto the perfume bottle, it won't look too streaky and weird. And I'm going to take and lay this on top. Let's see how this is how it's going to turn it into a faux glass. I want to line it up with the bottle, try and get it close to where, there we go. Oh, look and the shiny Swink of Stella is still shining through. Yay! There, I'm going to try and get all my fingerprints off the glass. So now it looks like the perfume is like a real glass bottle. Some of you may have seen me try this idea before, and I used it with the whiskey business. But with the whiskey business, there aren't any dies to cut out the shapes. You just have to hand cut the shapes. But this one, yeah, I cut it with that. So there you go. It even looks more like real glass. There. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to glue my next part down. So then I make sure that my words don't hang off more than they should. And here I will grab some dimensionals because, like I said, I think I like the little bit of the contrast when the vellum is lifted up and lifted away from the designer paper. Okay, so that's there. Okay, and now I can put Happy Mother's Day down. Can I get it off of my, there we go. It's gonna go, no, I don't want it too high. I want the perfume bottle to be seen quite well. And maybe something like, yeah, decisions. Okay, we'll go for around there. Like that. Okay, and then we've got an accent, a flower accent. We're almost done the card. If I can pick it up. This I will use a dimensional on. This one can almost be like a little, one of the mini baby dimensionals there. I'll use a part dimensional. And now I had this figured out before. I thought I had it figured out before. What a great way to use the window sheets. Yeah, again, Lori, it's one of those things, both with the vellum and the window sheets. I don't think of them for a while, and then
Oh, wait, let's try this out. Okay, so we'll put the accent like there. And then one last thing I did have, but whether I can find it or not now, I did have a bow that I had pre-tied. Oh, well, that's okay. I've got more of the white twine right here. And I think I want to throw a bow on just to add a little bit of softness to the whole scheme of things here. Thanks, guys. Oh, I'm glad you like it. It was, I was so thrilled when I saw another demonstrator show the faux glass with the whiskey bottle and the whiskey glass, and then I decided, oh, this would work for the perfume bottle too. Okay, and decisions. I'll probably just go something like that, kind of sort of straight, because I'm just kind of a straight-laced gal. So in just a second here, I will show you the card idea that this was based on. And there are a couple similarities, but you'll see there's quite a difference too. Yeah. Now, I was thinking that I should have cut my piece for the inside layer of Whisper White, and then I have some more of these flowers that I've cut, and I could easily, color and put a flower or two in the corners, and with this paper, I've got extra bits of this paper left, and I could also do the paper on the flap of the envelope, line the outside flap, so that would, dress it up extra nicely too, but makes for kind of a cool card for mom, or maybe for a girlfriend's birthday or something like that. It's a lot of fun to try it, and I'm like, I think I want to make more perfume bottles now, and I don't know if any of the sparkliness from the Wink of Stella is showing up to you, but here with the light shining on it for me, I'm able to see it. Wink of Stella always sparkles more when you've got kind of direct light overhead. And I thought maybe it would get lost once I stuck the window sheet to it with all the sticky adhesive, but it's not. It is still completely there. So yeah, that's my stepped up Mother's Day card with the window sheet and vellum. And okay, here we go. Here is, this is going to make you laugh. This is a completely different take on this card, but my inspiration is from page 106 of our current annual catalog. And here it is. Page 105. And it's a zany zebra. And instead of like hydrangea and floral paper, there's like these polka dot papers in brilliant party kinds of colors. And and that's the card that I started with. And I'm like, okay, I want to try doing something with this. But what have I got coming up? Well, next month is Mother's Day, and I've got a mom and a mother-in-law that I need to start making cards for. So this was fun to try out and to share with you tonight. And I hope you enjoyed the inspiration, and I sure hope you have time to enjoy some of your card making supplies, your scrapbooking and crafting supplies this week, and also I hope you get a chance to enjoy some of the beautiful weather that we're supposed to be getting as well. Tomorrow's supposed to be a lovely one. So thanks so much for stopping by to watch my video. If you have any questions, I'd love to help you out. And Sue, I love that idea. Yeah, using the window sheet and making red patent or black patent pumps. I had some black patent ones back in the day. Oh, that is such a good idea. Yeah. Another idea that I saw too was, I think it was somebody had used, I don't know if it was adhesive sheet or they just painted on some liquid glue and let it dry, but then they put the gold leafing onto the lipstick case, like the outside of the lipstick, and I think they maybe put gold leafing on here too, and it looked just stunning. So lots of fun things to do here. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.